Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another vlog, of course. This is well, we still call it Speak Easy, but I guess for anything that's concerning vlogs that I did, let's call it side dish. Okay, so these are stories or anecdotes that I didn't get to tell you in the vlog itself because it's something that I happen to remember after the fact or after I edited it. Does that make sense? And it's still something that I want to share with you. So let's do that right now. Let me just fix my microphone. Hang on. So wait, I'm not sure why this is tilting down. Might be because of how I set it up. Anyway, I'm still working on the next vlog for New Zealand. The most recent one was I arrived in Lake Tekapo. Lake Tekapo, Tekapo. I don't know how to say it actually, but I'm just gonna go with Tekapo because I've gotten myself used to saying Tekapo. So let's stick to that. So anyway, I am still editing the next part of it, and I really want to apologize if I'm sorry if that was noisy. Apologies. So, anyway, I'm still working on the next vlog, and I do want to apologize that it takes me so long. I'm not an editor, and I really want to do a good job. And plus, this is when I started using my 360 camera. It's not mine, it's my sister's actually. So it's taken me a while to learn how to actually edit it in my iPhone videos. So I want to take advantage of it because it will give you nicer view of the places that I visit in New Zealand, and it really is a perfect camera for that. But right now, it is giving me a hard time. Even though I am enjoying editing it and learning from it. But anyway, that's beside the point. The reason why I came on live is to really share something that I didn't get to in the recent New Zealand vlog. So again, you can check that out. I'll link it down in the description box below, or link it here, or just check it out. It's called In Awe of Lake Tekapo. In Awe of Lake Tekapo. So I talked about the hostel that we stay there. It's called Haka House. Okay, so when I booked that, the reason why we booked that is because everything in New Zealand, seriously, is very expensive. Um, the Airbnbs that we rented. Yeah. So anyway, this hostel was the most affordable one. And I wouldn't even call it really cheap, but it is the most affordable one. And the reason why it's affordable is because it's a dormitory room. So we were going to share the room with six other people because there are two of us, right? So why what I didn't know and what really surprised me was that I had booked a mixed gender room. I don't know why I thought that I booked an all female room because I thought I did, but it turns out I didn't. So imagine my surprise when I walked in and there were guys in the room. So I think in hindsight, in hindsight, I think it's time to admit to myself now that I'm not comfortable with sharing rooms with strangers. Okay, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with these people. They are good people. I don't know them. I never got to talk to any of them. They're clean, but I'm not comfortable sharing space with people I don't know. I'm kind of an OC, obsessive compulsive when it comes to cleanliness in my own room. I like things to be where they're supposed to be. I like to clean up after myself. I like things to look clean. And I cannot demand that of strangers, right? And maybe for to them they're clean, but to me they're not, and I'm not judging them. This is all on me. So this is like a discovery that I had about myself during that time, that maybe at this age at this stage in my life, I am no longer comfortable sharing a room full of strangers. When I was in college, I was in a dormitory with girls, and eventually I became good friends with them. The girl I was with in Lake Tekapo was one of those girls. So I think it's just now that I have discovered that I really do need to have my own space, and I need my space to be comfortable and everything. So that was one of my discovery about myself during this trip to Capo, and I really was uncomfortable. Um, every time there would be no one in the room, I would be in a rush to get into my pajamas to brush my teeth because it was an ensuite, so we had a bathroom there inside, and that was another thing. I don't think I can share a bathroom with 7 other people. I cannot. Um, it just doesn't work for me, and, that was my fault. That was my own fault because if you book yourself a dormitory room, well, girl, you better really, get yourself ready to share everything with strangers in that room, and it's not their fault if you're not comfortable, and truly, I do not impose that on anyone but myself, So what I would do is I would be in a hurry to prepare for bed. And then I would be in my room because there would be a curtain to hide yourself in the bed. You can close the curtain so that it's only you in the bed. So and they have that little lamp there. You have your own power socket there. So it could be like your own little room, although albeit very, very small. So I would rush in and then I would not get out. I would not get out. I would wait for everybody to sleep. If I had to go to the bathroom, I would go outside of the room and use the other bathroom from another floor or from another area in the building. I just wasn't comfortable with another person waiting for me to finish using the bathroom. So I think that's an important discovery about myself, and maybe if you're like me, you can learn from me. Like maybe think about it twice if you're going to try and save money, and you also have an OCD problem, and you like things a certain way, or you're shy, or you're an introvert, and you cannot bear to share a room with people or do small talks. Maybe it's something that you have to think twice, because now that a hindsight, I don't think I will ever do it again. I don't think I can, even though it was much more affordable. Now, Hakka House, I know they have rooms that's private, and you have your own room. It's just that at that time, they didn't have that available. But would I stay in Hakka House? Yes. If it was a private room with my own bathroom, I would definitely stay in that hostel or that hotel, because really it was situated in such a nice place. The window was like floor to ceiling in the kitchen area and the dining area, and you can see the lake and the mountains. Perfect view, and also people going around. There's like a big park in there. The view of Hakka House was fantastic. 100 over 10. That is not the problem. The kitchen was clean. It had everything you needed. They had freezers for your food, because you can cook your own food there, right? And they had everything that you need. Nothing was wrong with Hakka House. Nothing was wrong with the dormitory. It was clean. It was just that I discovered that about myself. I cannot share a room with strangers anymore. It might be my age. It might be this OCD thing that I have, but yeah, it's something that I learned about myself, and I'm proud of that because now I know not to do that to myself again. But if that's something that you don't mind doing, sharing a room with strangers, go ahead and you will have the time of your life at Hakka House. They even had billiard tables up on the second floor, and you can really easily make friends there. And the view in the morning is just fantastic. So I just wanted to share that side story of my recent about my recent vlog to Lake Tekapo, because I didn't get to share that, and I reviewed all the other files that I have. I won't get to share it anymore. So I think going live now and telling you that story is the best thing to do. Another thing that happened to me over at Lake Tekapo, because I know that I mentioned it during the recent vlog when I said there are no Ubers there. There were no Ubers there, and a kind stranger just offered to take us to the hot springs, and it's true. So what happened was we were trying to book the Uber to Tekapo Springs, and then we were told that there were no Ubers there, but there was a taxi. So Go Tekapo was a taxi. So it was situated in you know, those general merchandise store that they would have in small towns. So the taxi was also in that small town, a small general store. So we went there, and we found out that that was also the van or the shuttle that we rented to take us to Hooker Valley Track, because we were going hiking the next day. So, anyway, this guy who was running the Go Tekapo taxi, said it would be like $30 to bring us there. But then when he learned that we were using their services the next day, he offered to take us to the hot springs for free. So, and he was kind of cute. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of cute, and it was like a sort of like a meet cute thing. So we went to his car, right? And he had like meat frozen in the back of his car. It's funny anyway. So I was like, "Are you sure you're not going to, charge us $30? We can just, we can pay it. It's okay. I mean, if you're going to take us." And he said, "No, it's fine. I'll just take you." And even the girl at the cash register was like surprised. "Okay, take them. Fine, whatever." So anyway, so he did take us, and he was like sharing all his stories there, and he was really accommodating. So then we get to Tekapo Springs, right? And then he said something like, "So, what time do you suppose you will finish?" I'm like, "I'm not sure because I've never been. So, I don't know how long it usually takes for you to fully utilize the hot pools." And so he said something like, "Okay, well, then, just get my number and give me a call when you're done. It's not a problem. I can pick you up." And I was like, "Oh my God." It's like, "Oh, cool, okay, so I'll just get your number then, but, it's okay. We'll try to find our way back." And he's like, "No, I'm off the clock anyway by the time I get back, and, you can just call me whenever. I think I'll still be awake however late you're gonna be, right?" And so I said, "Okay, let's see how it goes," right? And so he leaves, and my friend's like, "Oh my gosh, we are totally going to call him, right? We are going to ask him for a ride back, right?" And of course, I was like, no, we are not." The problem is, if I didn't think he was cute, or if I didn't kind of like, um, you know what I mean, right? If it was like a guy who I was not um who I didn't find cute, if you know what I mean, I would have said, "Yeah, could you please pick us up when we're done?" But the problem with me all the time is like, no, if I find you remotely cute or interesting, I would say no to you picking me up or even seeing you again. I don't know why. It's self-sabotage. Honestly, I don't know why. Are you like that? Are you like that as well? Please let me know that I'm not alone. I feel like he will see it written all over my face. And I don't know what's wrong because, dude, we were having a good conversation in the car. So if he would have picked us up, I mean, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing, right? I mean, it could be like a friendship. He could have shown us around and have good conversations. I know. I know it can be as simple as that, but my mind runs differently. So self sabotage. I am sorry. Now looking back, and when I said that on my in the recent vlog that someone who was just kind enough to take us, I remember that. And it's like, oh man, imagine imagine if I was like, if I was okay for him picking us up, we could be friends right now. We could be texting, whatever. And when I go back to New Zealand, maybe, we could be talking, you know what I mean? And now that's done. I have his number. I never okay. So we walked back, right? And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to text him while we're still there because he might say that he can still pick us up. I'll text him when we're back in the hostel." And so I did. And I said, "I really appreciate that you offered to pick us up, but we just decided to walk back to the hostel and we're back home and we're safe." And then he said something like, "Oh, okay. Did you have a good time?" Did I answer him? No. I don't know why. I don't know why. If you know the answer, why I did that, please let me know. Because up until now, I don't know why. And I've done this a lot of times with other guys. I have stories, but I'm not going to bore you with them. It's just that I remember these stories, these side dishes when I finish editing that recent blog. So those are my side dish. Is that interesting? Do you like that? Maybe I'll do this again if I remember things like this when I was there in New Zealand. But I think it's worth sharing, something that you maybe can look into yourself. And are you the same? Are you the same when you find someone interesting? Do you run the other way? Do you run for the hills and, sabotage your chance of getting to know someone? Or are you like me an who has an OCD, an obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't like labeling myself that, but that's the closest thing that I can label myself when it comes to how I want to see things in order. It does really make me feel uncomfortable when anything is messy or anything is out of place. So that's the only label that I can give myself for the purpose of this video. But are you like that as well? Please share with me and comment down at the comment section and let me know if you're the same way with me when it comes to being OC, or when it comes to guys, showing a little interest. Do you also self sabotage? Please let me know. I'd really love to hear your stories as well. And that's the only reason why I came up here. And I hope that you enjoyed these side dishes of the trip that I didn't get to share on my vlogs. And when I do have some more of these, as I edit the upcoming vlogs, I promise that I will come on live again and share it with you, because I did promise you that I will share my life stories with you. Well, yeah, I guess this is long enough. I'm working hard on editing and finishing the next vlog. We are going to Hooker Valley Track, that's up in the Iraqi mountains, and then we also go to the Tasmania mountain, and I'll show you some glacier lakes over there and snow-capped mountains that will make your eyes pop out. I promise you, they're all very good. I just have a lot of footages to go through, some 360 footages that I'm still learning how to manipulate, and also a lot of things. Okay. So I'm really excited about that, because the reason why I went there was because the boys at BTS went there. And you all know I'm Army, I'm a fan of BTS. So you'll hear me say, or you'll hear me talk about them a lot. So that's just how it is. That's who I am. And I am sharing my life. So anyway, that's all I have for you. I'll see you in the next vlog. And thank you so much for joining me here. Please do comment down at the comment section and let me know if you feel me when it comes to these things that I go through. I'd really love it. Or if you're like, Anna, you should have done your research or whatever, or maybe um you shouldn't assume too much when it comes to this guy who's only trying to be friendly. I know. There's no need to tell me that. It's my fault. But I wanted to share that with you guys. So, anyway, that's it for this live. This is just a side dish, real talk. I wanted to be real with you guys as much as I can. So, that's it. I'll see you in the next vlog. Cheers, guys. Goodbye. Thanks for joining me.